I never thought something as small and stupid as leaving my phone behind could change my entire life. It's terrifying when I think about how fragile everything really is. How one careless mistake, one slip of memory, can unravel years of a life you built, the security you thought you had, and the love you thought was yours. That Saturday morning started like any other. I was rushing to meet a friend for coffee, half distracted while tossing things into my bag. My husband David was still at home finishing up some work emails, sipping his coffee the way he always did, methodical and calm. I kissed him on the cheek, told him I'd be back in a couple of hours, and hurried out the door. It wasn't until I was halfway across town that I realized something was wrong. My bag felt lighter than usual. I reached inside, searching for the familiar weight of my phone, and felt only empty fabric. My heart sank instantly. I'd left it at home. I almost turned around. I thought about it. But then I told myself it wasn't a big deal. I was just going for coffee, maybe some shopping afterward. David wasn't the type to go through my things. He trusted me. He always had. I'd taken that for granted in ways I didn't even realize until that day. The truth was, there were things on that phone he wasn't supposed to see. Things I had told myself I was managing, keeping separate, keeping contained. Messages, pictures, a thread of words with someone I should never have let into my life. His name was Eric. We had met at work a year ago, and what started as casual banter turned into something heavier, something electric that I let pull me in despite every voice in my head telling me not to. It wasn't just physical, though that was a big part of it. It was emotional. The way he made me feel seen, exciting, alive again in ways David's steadiness didn't. I told myself it was harmless at first. Just words, just jokes, just a bit of fun. But it grew, it always grows. I'd hidden it well. Or so I thought. But that morning, when I left my phone on the kitchen counter without even realizing it, everything unraveled. I didn't know right away. I met my friend, ordered a latte, tried to enjoy the morning. But I noticed the pit in my stomach wouldn't go away. Some instinct told me that the phone wasn't just sitting there unnoticed, that David might have picked it up, that he might have seen something. When I got home later that afternoon, the house felt different. Still, tense. He was in the living room, sitting on the couch with my phone in his hand, the screen dark, but his fingers curled around it like it was a weapon. "Hey," I said, trying to sound casual. "I forgot my phone." God, I felt naked without it all day. He didn't smile. He didn't even look at me at first. Then, slowly, he raised his head, and I saw something in his eyes I had never seen before. Coldness. Distance. "I think you should sit down," he said. My chest tightened. My throat went dry. "Why?" I asked, though I already knew. "I saw the messages, Claire." His voice was calm, too calm, and that scared me more than if he had been shouting. All of them. Every word. I froze. My knees felt weak. "David." "No." He cut me off, his tone sharp now. "Don't. Don't start with excuses. Don't insult me with lies. I read it all, months of it. Do you even understand how much of a fool you've made me?" I opened my mouth, closed it again. Tears blurred my vision. "I never meant—" "Don't," he said again, his voice breaking now. He stood up, still holding my phone, and slammed it down on the table. "You didn't mean it? You didn't mean to call him late at night when I was asleep next to you? You didn't mean to tell him you wished you were in his bed instead of mine? You didn't mean to let this go on for nearly a year?" Each word was a hammer, pounding into me. I felt myself shrinking under his fury, under the truth I couldn't run from. I didn't know how to stop," I whispered. It sounded pathetic even to my own ears. He laughed bitterly, shaking his head. "You didn't want to stop. You liked it. You liked sneaking around. You liked having someone else tell you the things you thought I didn't. And you know what? Maybe I didn't say them enough. Maybe I took you for granted sometimes, but I never betrayed you. I never humiliated you like this. My tears spilled over, hot and heavy. David, please, I love you. It was a mistake. A mistake is one night. He snapped. A mistake isn't months of lies, months of choosing him over me every time you picked up this phone. The silence after that was suffocating. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. The weight of what I had done pressed down on me until I thought I might collapse. David, please. I whispered again, reaching out for him. But he stepped back, out of my reach. I can't do this anymore, he said, his voice steady now, resolved. I won't. You made your choice a long time ago, and now I'm making mine. And just like that, I knew. It was over. He packed a bag that night. I begged, I sobbed, I clung to him, but he was already gone in every way that mattered. By morning, he was out the door. The weeks after that were a blur of regret and loneliness. I kept reaching for my phone, half expecting his name to pop up, half hoping he'd come back, that maybe he'd calm down, that maybe there was still a chance. But there wasn't. He blocked me on everything. His family, our friends, they all knew. Word spread fast. Suddenly, I was the villain in every story, the woman who had thrown away a good man for a cheap thrill. And David. David thrived. I saw glimpses of him online, through mutual friends. He was smiling, traveling, meeting people. He looked lighter, freer, like a man who had shed a weight he'd been carrying for too long. He even started dating again, and the woman on his arm looked radiant, happy. It gutted me. Every image of him smiling with someone else was another twist of the knife. Because I had done that. I had pushed him away, destroyed what we had, and for what? A fling that fizzled the moment the truth came out. Eric disappeared the second David found out, like the coward he always was. I lost everything for nothing. Now, months later, I sit in the quiet of an empty apartment and think about how easily I could have avoided all of this. If I had just ended it earlier, if I had just been honest, if I had just remembered to take my damn phone with me that morning. But the truth is, it was never about the phone. That was just the trigger, the spark that lit the fire. The betrayal had already happened. The damage was already done. And David was right. It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. A choice I made over and over again until it cost me the only thing that really mattered. Now he's happier without me, and I'm left with nothing but the wreckage I created. And the cruelest part? I still love him. I think I always will.